Greetings from South Korea. I am Arirang News AI anchor. Here is the news making headlines today. President Lee Jae-myung called on his officials to employ all available policy measures to minimize the impact of the Middle East crisis on people's livelihoods. In a meeting with his aides on Friday, he stressed the need for stronger punishment against any attempts to exploit the current situation or make a profit in an unjust way. He was referring to cases where local oil refiners were engaged in price collusion. The government is reviewing placing a price cap on petroleum products. South Korean tourists stranded in the Middle East are gradually returning home amid continuing tensions in the region. More than 400 South Korean tourists have been staying in Dubai as of Wednesday, including about 150 from Hana Tour, around 190 from Mo Tour, and roughly 70 travelers from Yellow Balloon Tour. Some of them have already begun returning. 36 Hana Tour tourists arrived at Incheon International Airport on Thursday afternoon after taking a commercial flight via Taipei. The South Korean government is stepping up efforts to support citizens in the region, with the Foreign Ministry saying it will dispatch joint government rapid response teams to Dubai and Muscat to assist Korean nationals. South Korea's consumer inflation held steady at 2.0% in February, staying in the 2% range for a sixth straight month. The Ministry of Data and Statistics said Friday that the consumer price index increased to 2.0% from a year earlier. Petroleum prices fell 2.4%, helping moderate overall price growth and marking the first decline in 6 months. Prices of agricultural, livestock, and fishery products rose 1.7%, though the increase slowed from the previous month as farm prices fell. Service prices rose 2.6%, while core inflation excluding food and energy climbed 2.3% on year. Rising gasoline and diesel prices stemming from the conflict in the Middle East are expected to be reflected in next month's figures. South Korea recorded a $13.3 billion surplus in its overseas transactions in January, driven by strong semiconductor exports. According to the Bank of Korea's preliminary data on Friday, the country has now recorded a surplus in its current account for 33 straight months, the second longest streak since the 2000s. The goods trade surplus reached about $15.2 billion, the third highest on record. Exports in January rose 30% from a year earlier, with semiconductor shipments more than doubling. Exports of wireless communication equipment, computer components, and automobiles also climbed, with strong demand from Southeast Asia, China, and the U.S. Imports increased 7%, though lower energy prices reduced purchases of crude oil, gas, and petroleum products. South Korea opened its participation at the 2026 World Baseball Classic with an 11-4 victory over the Czech Republic on Thursday at Japan's Tokyo Dome. The victory marks Korea's first WBC opening game win in 17 years, powered by 4 home runs, including a first-inning grand slam from Moon Bo-kyung and back-to-back homers by Shea Whitcomb. Up next for Korea is world number 1 Japan on Saturday, led by 8 Major League Baseball players including Shohei Ohtani. The national team hopes to break a long-standing losing streak against their rivals, having recorded 1 draw and 10 losses in recent international matchups featuring professional players. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.